Good morning. Now before I start this vlog today, I just want to show you a new stylus I got for my Kindle Fire. And now just first of all, I just want to tell you that this is not a product placement. I'm not getting paid to say this. I actually know the guy who makes these, and he sold me one, and now he's selling some on eBay, so I figured I'd help promote them a little bit. But so, it's basically, it looks like a pen, and it's handcrafted. He spins the wood on some sort of machine and then cuts it himself and glosses it over or something. I don't know exactly the process, to be quite honest, but it's nice wood. I think it's called Kabbalah, and it's nice and smooth, and the tip is nice and it's kind of soft and squishy, like that's the best way I can describe it, but it works really well. And I'll show you right here. Alright, so run it this way, blah, 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 blah. And it's very smooth. I like it doesn't like scrape against it either, and it's a little better than scrolling with your finger. It's a little more comfortable, especially because since it's a stylus, you can just hold it like this and you don't have to like put your finger down, and so stylus is kind of nice and it works pretty well. I'll just show you some Twitters. So let's just say we're scrolling, through Twitter, and we're scrolling, and we hit something like Shay Carl. And with the squishy top, like I said, my best description, of course, when you push down on something like his face, it feels like you're actually pushing it, because this part here, I'll show you like this part here kind of squishes in, so it actually feels like you're pushing a real button, like actually pushing down, and I think it's a really cool experience, especially just because when you're pushing something with your finger, it doesn't exactly feel like you're pushing it down like that. It just kind of feels like you're just tapping on a screen, But yeah, so with the stylus, you can push down and it feels like I'm actually pushing things, like a real button, like, oh, look, I'm pushing the button down. And so, it's really nice for scrolling and all that. Again, I'm not getting paid to tell you about this, but they're really nice handcrafted styluses, and they can make great gifts, or one for yourself. I mean, they'll work for any tablet, even like if you want to use it on your phone too, that would work. Anything touch based, this will work for. And so if you're interested, there is a link below to where you can buy them. There's a few, I don't remember exactly how many eBay auctions there are, but if you want to go buy one, feel free. And again, I don't get any commission from this. This is just me promoting something I really like. So go ahead and go check it out. You can't tell right now, but it's really windy. Like extremely. Oh god. Hey, people signal like right before they turn. Try to turn here. Anyway, so I just got done with my first class of the new semester, which was Calculus 2. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like math, but I'm kind of dreading it a little bit, but the professor's pretty cool, though. I had him before, so he's... actually, I had him the first time I took Calculus 1, but I ended up retaking it. And I'm gonna try to put more time into it this time, instead of just, blowing it off and doing horrible like I did last time. I did a lot better when I retook Calculus, and I really don't want to retake Calc 2, so let's not do that. Anyway, so... Oh, I want to go to Walmart. Crap! I forgot to get notebooks. I do this every semester. I forget to get notebooks before class. So I'm like writing on like paper, and so I'll have like a few sheets of paper, and I don't bother to copy it into my notebook later. I just like shove it in there. So, so I need to go to Walmart real quick and buy some notebooks. So we're gonna do that right now. And like 4. No, 4. Yeah. Alright, there's one of every color here. How convenient. I was like looking for them, I couldn't find them, because normally, like in the beginning of the start of all this like promotional stuff, like back to school and stuff, and I came too late for the back to school stuff, so I had to look for them. Great. Wow. So it's, yeah, really windy. Supposedly like 45 degrees out. I don't believe it. Well, I just don't believe it because it's so cold because of the wind. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I got some, I got folders too. I stood in line and I was like, oh, I need folders too, crap. And it was funny because, the folders were on the shelves like in a slant, and so I was trying to grab them with like one hand. So I lifted them up, and then like all these like folders like fell onto me, and there was like two people standing next to me, and I don't. They didn't really react or anything, but I thought it was kind of funny actually. But I was like, wow, that's just dumb. But because I should have just used two hands to get around them. But so they're all kind of color coordinated, you know, the red for the red and green for green, and they didn't have black ones, so I did blue for black. And yeah, it's just easier for me to remember, so I might as well get the same colored notebooks as I have folders. So it just kind of makes sense. Because like if I'm just grabbing them from my bag, then I don't know which one is which, and if I see colors, then perfect. So anyway, I'm gonna go home now and then head back to class. So yeah. So I am back home, and so far it's a pretty good day. I mean, I'm not like jumping up and down excited about calculus, but like I said before, but it seems pretty doable and reasonable, and you know, whatever. And then my other class was a networking technologies class, which I'm really actually excited about. I love the professor I have. I've had him before. He's so smart and like just like kind of funny, and like I don't know. He just has a really good personality. Like really, like if you've never been to a college or anything, or if you have been, then you know that like a professor will like make or break the whole class. Like it could be a really interesting class, but the professor could just ruin the whole thing just because of how they are. But I mean, if you get a really good professor that you really like, and that you can almost like someone who you can almost be friends with, then it's really good. Like my English professor for the first the first year I was in college, when I had her for like the introductory class, and then the class I had to take after, and it was almost like she became like my friend, not so much my professor. Like I'll like walk by her office and I'll actually just like start talking to her or something, you know, just about different things, and it's really cool when you get a really good professor. And then it really stinks when you don't have one. But yeah, sometimes you don't know though if it's a good or bad professor. If you're already going to the school though, then sometimes you could ask around, see what other people think, or kind of listen. Like in one of my classes, I took like this gym class. It was like called Walk and Jog, and when it was really cold out, we just like go into the gym and like use the treadmills and things. So I remember I was on one of the treadmills, and there was these two girls using the other two next to me, and they were just talking, and I was right there. I was just kind of listening. But they were talking about a psychology professor, and I had to take psychology, and this one girl was saying, "Oh, this professor's great. He's just awesome, and he does like she was kind of talking about his format, how he does things," and I was like, "Huh, that's really interesting." So, so I ended up actually taking a class with the professor that she mentioned. She wasn't even talking to me, and it turned out to be a really good professor, and other people I knew actually took it with them too and confirmed it. So honestly, it's a really good tip if you're in college or going to college, is to try to ask around, maybe listen to see what people think about different professors, maybe even ask professors that you like what their opinion is of their colleagues, because sometimes they might say, "Oh yeah, well I don't teach this class, but so and so is really good, and you could consider taking it with them." You know, that's how I got my current math professor. Is that when I took pre-calc, he was saying that this professor, he is really good, and that he likes a lot, you know. And so I think my pre-calc professor is one of the heads of the department too, at least in charge of like hiring for the department. So he really knows what he's talking about. So yeah, just don't just try to blindly, you know, pick professors and pick a schedule. It really helps if you get a good professor, because that could just ruin the whole class. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about professors. So today the only other thing I'm doing today is working from 6 to 11. So I'll probably just come home later and, you know, finish up the vlog. I've actually already edited some of the vlog, you can see here. Just so I don't have to do it later. I'll just throw this clip on there now and then record whatever, and yeah, that was really practical of me. I don't usually do that. I usually just like edit it all at once at the end of the day, and that's not going to really work out at 11 when I want to go to bed. So, alright, but I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Well, I'm home. It's late, almost like 12 or something. Oh, turn my phone off. I have no idea what time it is. Oh, come on. It's 12:20. Alright, well, I'm gonna go to bed. I've been out most of the day going back and forth, and I've enjoyed today, though. I just ate dinner. I was watching something on my Kindle Fire, turning my phone back on. Yeah, but so I'm going to, read another rule of civility for y'all. Y'all. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, okay, so number 10. When you sit down, keep your feet firm and even without putting one on the other or crossing them. The ironic thing is that I did this with my feet. And I read that. So, that's kind of creepy. So I'm going to put these down like this because apparently that was rude. I'm sorry. So, alright, so, yeah, good night. More classes tomorrow and forever or something, Alright, I'm just kind of tired right now. It's late, so good night.